Alright, and we're back with Ricky, so I'm going to work on the place thing, because you're definitely going to have places for them to stay. Because little Miss Ball of Energy here. So I do have my pager on. I've got my Nick set on about 50, because I just love that new name I've made up. And I didn't give her any command right there, but we haven't used this for a couple days, so I'm just reminding her what it's all about. Oh, and I want you to think of it like this, and that is what it is. It's like a gumball machine. I know when I was a kid, if there was one thing, that was the only thing they really had. I mean, like back then, they didn't have all these, like, oh, Doritos down there. The only thing there was a gumball machine.
Gumball machines.
I think it was like, all right, look. Friggy! Oh, I'm on a treat. Someone's like, oh no. Frick.
Let's get some treats. I have to start putting 2 in there.
That was in the script.
That's part of it. Part of it.
So I used my Nick right there, and that's what you're going to have to do. Watch, Briggy. What I essentially did, and if I put that in slow-mo, I don't know how close it was, but it just essentially pushed her away a little bit is what it did. It's not punishing her for. It's certainly not. It is somewhat inhibiting her. Briggy. Good. But that's what I want. If I continue, it does put a force field around the other dog. I mean, look, Skylar's now has confidence. He understands the dynamic of they'll be whooshing around you, but it won't get you. You see how confidently he just walks down to the pond? Anyway, girls, so what we're same thing. I want to start adding in your place. Get her moving away to that place. That's what I'm saying to myself right now. In your place is adding my knit. I mean, adding my... If I added my pager, this is what I'm saying to myself, and... Oh, look, she's started laying down, too. If I added my pager in that context, honestly, 63 times, the 64th time, I could do it with just the Nick and suffer no ill effect. And I'm going to have to do it with the Nick at some point, really, just because of the way she is, her Weimaraner. But it is, you know, it's a battle of attrition. I mean, I've got to tell you, I've loved this dog probably more than any other Weimaraner I've ever known in my whole life, and I've known quite a few of them. Briggy, in your place. So I kind of combined the two things right there. And what I'm not going to do, in your place, is continue to do that. Every recall is not going to be combined, but I mean, that's the reason you do it as subtask, so you can combine it later. Eventually what I would be able to do is get her to go down there. So, you precious angel. She doesn't even need training. She said, come get her, Ann. She's graduated. She said she'll be able to complete your training at home. Part of what we need dogs like this to understand, though, girl, and I know a lot of your lifestyle is them not being on a leash. And that's a lot of people's lifestyle. I want this dog to know we're getting to the point now, once I've hooked that leash on there, you know, slow down Secretariat. Give me the time on the video. Or, no, in fact, Summer's going to go home, come with all these early titles, and then we're going to shoot videos to fit the title instead of the other way around.
We could do that.
Slow down, Secretariat. So that's what I want her to understand, girl. I want her to be aware of the fact that, yes, that leash is there now, and I do expect a certain decorum. And yes, I augmented it right there with the pop of, you know, but there was certainly nothing aggressive about my body language. In your place. And I can tell you right now, her favorite trick is rolling over.
Good birdie.
And I am, and her little sniffle thing, or her little cough thing seems to be gone.
Yay.
Love with that video of her at the vet with that country music. Down. Down. So really what we want, remember, is that on the side down. Good. And yes, I am putting my foot there on purpose. I don't want to set a dog up for failure. If the task is to lay on this cot, you know, again, if my job is to coach, and if I was in a foreign country and they were kind of holding me with a little line, and I was kind of looking at them, and pulling on it a little bit, and they were saying, you know, I'd understand. Oh, they want me to stay here. Oh, they're serving snacks?
Yeah. I'll lay down on
Ah, these pretzels are making me thirsty. Oh, we have to do that in Stacy's video.
Yeah.
These pretzels are making me thirsty. So that's what I'm saying to myself. Again, if it's going to take 5 hours of making her stay here before she's got a really solid, concrete idea what we're talking about, well, we've only got 4 hours and 58 more minutes to go.
That's all.
That's just to start getting the idea. You know, that's what people have to understand. There's some guy in that Zach George's thing saying, oh, any dog can be trained in 2 weeks. Or it can learn the basic obedience in 2 weeks. Well, first off, define basic obedience. I mean, you know, that would be my first thing. You know, not, oh, no, they can't, blah, blah, blah. First off, you know, down.
Basic
Good.
to him.
So I use my pager to push her back down there, girl. Down. Oh, no, I can tell you one thing. I love Bridget Borling more than I've ever loved anyone, Miranda, that ever lived. She's my star.
Yeah.
She's like Greta Garbo. She's ready for her close-ups. And I've invented a new word. Maybe it'll get in down Wikipedia, a Weimaraptor. And it's like a Weimaraner, but it's crossed genetically, because you know, I don't care how many times Jurassic Park is on, I start watching it down. So she's been combined genetically with a Velociraptor, and the end result was a Brachyraptor.
They have a new Jurassic Park.
Down. I know.
I haven't seen it. It's probably really good.
Is it out on DVD?
Oh,
if it's a red box, we're getting it. All right, look, girl. So that's what I'm saying to myself. She's doing really, really well with that. Since I've got her already on the theme of the down, I also, and you see how, and you remember how we used to do with Jean. You know, we need to just be able to walk around and down and down and down. You know, and if that's going to take 500 times, then we have about probably, at least about like 470, 60, 70 to go. So let's get working on that. And I am going to start to add my Nick. Briggy. And I want you to know, girls, she will still jump at me. I just have as little reaction as possible. So I want her to go in a straight line. You precious, precious angel. Oh, you little leash jumper. See how she got her leg untangled, though? That was no accident. What do I want to say to her? What do I want to say to her today? One, is getting in front of me is not good. Good. Is the Briggy, the rewards today are going to come from the downing. Oh, you smart one.
It's amazing.
I got a nice animated heel. I want to be careful not to reward her, and it's a fine line, because I don't want her to be not animated. I'm going to tell you what the problem is, though. It's a little treat called heel. This is when I can start adding a little bit of Nick. Heel. Precious, precious dog. Down. Oh, you precious dog. And then we're kind of right back to where we were over there. And we're going to pull it all together. We're going to pull it all together. So I took the chance right there to jimmy in on her. I jimmied in on her. I want to let her know. That's what I'm about. Briggy. You know, she just can't bully me. That's what we need to start. Heel. An anti. Down. Heel. Down. That easily I fixed her positioning. That easily. I helped her understand she was too far away. Oh, she's scary smart, this one. She's a scary smart one. You know, and I'm saying to myself, down, I've got time to shape that the way I want it to, but I need to be moving in that direction all the time. Down. And I honestly, girl, would not do any more of the rollover. Oh, she's too talented in that department. Heel. She's too talented. So I am making it kind of boring, and now, oh my goodness. And less is more. I'm being very careful not to do, and you know, to say you're going to have to really watch me. I'm going to add my nick. I didn't even have time. So I haven't pulled on the leash at all. Pretty. I just bump my Panzertoo heel. If she makes the leash tight, though, we are at the point I'm going to hit the nick. Well, she's already thinking about doing it. So my hand is kind of up here. Good. She's going to be ready for her close-ups real soon. I'm going to hit my nick on her. She lunges for that dog. All right, to help her understand, Dale. Precious angel. Pretty. We should have like a game show for the dogs. We should set up challenges for them. And then the owners can be at home rooting for their own dog. Little monster. Heel. Oh, you precious. That girl, she's getting like a C+ today, but let me tell you, she's going to finish out this week. I can already see it coming. It's going to do great. Bye, girl.